bus or in your bag. Just make sure you have your passport. If nothing else, make sure you have your passport. If you have your passport up, you're in trouble.
Well, this is a surprise. Let's go back to Brazil. I think I probably should have sat in the aisle because she's got a lot more space than me. Hey everyone, Josh here, and welcome to another whirlwind mission trip to Brazil. Make sure you check the description for why this trip was a surprise. First stop, Raleigh, North Carolina. Getting some good old American food before we are deprived of it for 2 weeks. I can't even fit my hand around these cups. Oh my goodness. That's huge. I had never been to Kickback Jack's before, but it's really good. We drove for several hours all the way down to Raleigh because our flight out was super early that next morning. This is going to be the start of a 24-hour travel day. So we rented an Airbnb for the night and had to make a quick stop at Walmart to pick up some breakfast foods. It is currently 10 o'clock at night and we have to be at the airport tomorrow morning by 4. So we are picking up breakfast foods, because what's going to be open in the airport at 4 in the morning. This is all for us, and then this is Donna's breakfast. All Donna's breakfast. When I say this Airbnb was a mansion, well, just see for yourself. This is home sweet home for the next, like, 4 hours. Yo, it's a walk-in pantry? This is crazy. Man, I wish. There's so many rooms in this house, and they have so many staircases. I don't even know.
Basketball and foosball and golf downstairs.
Huh. Okay. Well, bunk beds, that's cool. Okay. Another bedroom. Jeez. I can't even find our bedroom. I don't know where it is. Go in the bathroom.
You could sleep in the closet. This closet is huge.
Oh my.
This is only for princesses.
Oh my. It's bigger than you are.
My bedroom is bigger than this, but my gosh.
This is my bedroom.
This could be a bedroom.
Or
They have
sweet
a
office.
sleeper right here.
Yo, I would totally sleep down there.
Bathtub.
This is very nice.
It's weird, like you walk in there like, boom.
I know. I almost did.
My shower concerts would be iconic.
Like, oh, sorry, I'm in the shower.
They have 4 laundry machines. Or maybe it's 2 washers and 2 dryers, I'm not sure. What? There's another room down here? With a full service bar? There's a bowling? Oh my word, guys, they were right. It's a literal bowling alley. We got a full service restaurant down here. My goodness, and a golf course. It's yet another staircase. Oh, so allegedly this is the mother-in-law suite. Oh, finally.
6.5 hours later.
It is currently 4:30. We just checked our bags. I can't believe that we are boarding a plane this early. I don't even know why they schedule flights this early in the morning, honestly. So now we gotta make it through security. We gotta do all the stuff with the passports and everything, and then we'll be boarding in about an hour. Thankfully this early, it doesn't seem like there's that many people, but there's more people than I thought there were gonna be. First up, Miami. Welcome to Miami. You guys continue on to Brazil. I know where I'm going. We just got through security again because we had to book the flights a little bit differently this year, where the one flight from Raleigh to Miami was one ticket, and then from here all the way to Brazil was a completely separate one, and we had to go back through the international security and all of those checks and everything. So we're finally through. It's been a little bit of a rush because we have a very close turnaround time for our layover, so I hope that we make it in time. It seems like we're going to. Here we go. Off to Brazil. Time to get comfy for the next 8 hours. And it was a long 8 hours. Thankfully, these long international flights come with food that I totally did not struggle with opening with one hand while holding my camera. Between my bouts of sleep, I also came prepared with my Steam Deck and some in-flight shows that I wanted to watch, so that at least helped pass the time. The flight was long enough that we got a second meal, though personally, I would have chosen to sleep longer. Well, we made it to Sao Paulo. It is like 9:30 at night. We just dropped all of our luggage off for our connecting flight over to Petrolina. We're gonna show up there at like 2 in the morning. I am vlogging. Yeah, just like last year. At least this year we didn't miss our connecting flight and have to sit around here for 8 more hours. If you saw my vlog last year about when we went to Brazil, which if you haven't, you should totally check it out. But this year is gonna be a little bit different. We are starting in the city of Petrolina first. We're gonna be doing some ministry in Petrolina. We're gonna be meeting back up with our friend Pedro.
Oh, benção! Vem pra viagem Jeremoabo 2024, sorte.
He is off working with the church now, and so we are gonna help their church do some evangelism out in the streets. Not 100% caught up on what we're doing, but first food officially in Brazil, McDonald's. Jeremy's already assimilated into the culture. I have been waiting all year to have another cheddar McNull from Brazil. So good. It's a bit surreal to leave the US when it's dark outside because the sun hadn't risen yet, and then get on a connecting flight that's dark because the sun already set. This marks traveling for 24 hours. It's 3 in the morning, but we made it. Welcome to Petrolina.
Josh is fine. Oh my goodness. I knew I could find you in Brazil. I
don't know who this girl is, but let's move on. So we went to bed at 4:30 in the morning and were told we needed to start the day at 9. And this was Pastor Joel at 6:30.
6:30, what y'all doing? I'm up, let's go for a jog. Look at my plate, mango. Wow. The breakfast here is going to be awesome. Look at all this stuff.
It is officially day 1 here in Brazil. I guess day 2 of the trip. So we started our morning just like last year with a devotional, some Bible study, some worship music. It was super fun. This year we don't have Alon with us, but we have Donna joining us. And then we have Anderson again making up the music team. So we had such a great time already.
Because it can die or get broken. The battery can die.
That was a really bad time to start recording. Before we head out for the day, we are actually gonna go to lunch first. Yeah, this is a recurring theme for these discipleship trips to Brazil. We eat at the strangest times and sometimes eat one meal right after another. For lunch, we went to a churrascaria, which is more commonly known in the US as Brazilian steakhouse. This one was set up as a buffet-style line where we could get cuts of meat and all sorts of side dishes, although we could only go through once. It was always interesting to figure out how to fit all 20-something people on our team at a table at every restaurant we went to. After lunch, we headed into town to get started with our first event. It's about an hour later. Now we're partnering with a local church to go out and do some evangelism in the community. We're going to be doing some events for kids. It's going to be fun. Esperança Igreja Batista is the church that Pedro is a missionary with, and they were so welcoming. We did some door-to-door evangelism after this, but I can't show that, so we'll skip to our service that night.
And the white color means Jesus came and purifies our sins if we ask for.
Quem era a Juju? Essa? Essa? Ou essa daqui? Essa daqui? Tu tem certeza? Então peraí, vamos ouvir ela falando. Oi gente, e esse gringo aqui?
For the past few hours, we have been doing door-to-door evangelism out in the local neighborhood, partnering with Esperança Igreja here, or Hope Church. We were going around a more rundown area, which is why I couldn't shoot too much video, just because I wanted to protect the people's privacy and their way of life there as well. But then we threw them a block party. We were able to share the gospel with them right there at the door. We did have some people who we visited come to the block party. We had some games for the kids. We had a bunch of music going on from both the church as well as our team. Really good time. So now we're back at the church and it's time for dinner. In the same spirit of hospitality, the church ladies made us all dinner after our service concluded. There's no better way to bond with a church body than with food. Even food that we've never seen before. It's chicken stroganoff. It's got potato sticks on it, and it smells like curry. That's really good. Kind of tastes like curry.
Day 2.
A good night's sleep later, and it was time for day 2. The hotel that we were staying at made us a delicious breakfast of breads and fresh fruit, which is one of the things I miss most about our time in Brazil. After breakfast, we met back up with the members of Esperança Igreja to continue evangelism to their local community in Juazeiro. The plan was to get an early start and head out to the local open-air market, which was already extremely busy, even at 7 a.m. Another thing you see everywhere are wild dogs, and this church had one that seemed to visit pretty often. I don't know what happened here.
Jesus é a esperança. Jesus is the hope of eternal life. Come to him, won't you? We are here this morning at the open air in Brazil, Juazeiro, Brazil, mission trip, Highland Heights Baptist Church. Pray for us. Pray with us.
So we just finished up doing evangelism in the local marketplace. We were inviting people to a church service that we're putting on tonight, as well as just telling them about Jesus, just like we were yesterday. We just utterly flooded this place. Don't worry, Mama Schubert. She is trying stuff. She's eating pastels and drinking maracujá. Anyway, after the market, it was time for second breakfast. It was like 10 a.m.
The problem is if you don't have a relationship with God.
O problema é se você não tiver um relacionamento com Deus.
If you don't spend time with God.
Se você não passar tempo com Deus.
So this giant, this problem.
Esse gigante.
Oh, by the way, this is Dominic. He's a pastor in training and doing what is essentially an internship with the church, and is 19 years old. He brought an amazing energy to our team and was a huge encouragement to us. I miss him a lot.
When we come on a trip like this, a lot of times I think we believe that we're coming with like good news or opportunities to share the gospel.
And this is Sophia and Sarah. You're going to see Sophia a lot in the music clips because she was one of the singers on our music team. After our team devotional and second breakfast, it was time for lunch. I told you we had a weird eating schedule. This time around, we went to a super fancy churrascaria that was actually located in this huge shopping center. To say we felt underdressed in our team jerseys is an understatement. Well, time for lunch at another churrascaria. And Pedro. And Jeremy. And Tori.
Mais comida dessa vez, alright! Gravar a picanha lá.
Wait, Joel, how did you get in the kitchen? Are you allowed in there? Wow, they also have garlic bread too, and it smells incredible. As good as these desserts looked, they were extra, so we didn't get any. They're eating chicken hearts.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I remember Johnny used to joke about that. He'd be like,
Yeah.
eat chicken hearts.
Yeah. Consensus on the chicken heart. Here it was good, but I hate the texture. Now we have about an hour just to kind of blow off and have some fun in the sun before we have to do another service tonight. So we are on a river. We're gonna see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to.
I'm not gonna jump. I say no. No. That's the final answer.
All right, so for context, there's a bridge down the road that's extremely high up, and Jeremy really wanted to high dive off of it, and Pedro's final answer was no. Just remember this moment. Ooh, actually, that's really nice. What is this, DC traffic?
Yes, sir! Viagem Missão 2025 no Rio São Francisco, Bahia!
Poor Victoria, she's just at his whim.
What's wrong with my life jacket? It's like not right.
Just don't capsize her. We said it was cold.
Ah, não, pera. É e não. Traduzir pra ele que...
You guys can splash each other, not me. Hey! Who is jumping? Is it Jeremy again? Where is he? Wait, where's Jeremy? That's honestly the question of the week. It's important to note that the bridge that Jeremy wanted to jump off of was behind me in the previous clip, and so he found this one instead because he thought it would be better. Just to give you an idea, this one's still really high.
Princess, don't die, princess.
Hey, hi, Editor Josh here. So Jeremy's mom, if you're watching, just want to let you know we tried. You can feel totally free to just stop watching right here. And I can just sign off right now. No? Still here? We tried.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, he says he wants to do it again. So I guess he's doing it again.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh. Mental note for the future. Eddie just never wants to just take a picture of you. He wants to point something out and then show you in picture. After our kayaking trip, we put on a service in a town plaza in Juazeiro later that night. What was really cool about this was that we got to combine forces with the church's worship team, who is also extremely talented. The service went super well. Shauna got to share her testimony.
But when friends would invite me to come to church, I would go and I would be excited about it.
Eddie got to preach.
So it is with everyone born of the Spirit. Então é assim como cada pessoa.
We were joined by some furry animal friends, so afterwards, we went out for some pizza. Pizza with frango, or chicken. Alright, so this got eggs, and what I think is mushrooms, onions, cheese, and like ham and pepperoni. When in Rome, down the hatch. I think Eddie explained it the best. I'm not mad that they put eggs on it. I probably wouldn't do it, but I'm not mad about it.
No, Ma. It doesn't look good.
I'm telling you, Americans, this soda is the best thing ever. And we really need to sell more of it. Oh, it's even got a pizza icon.
Day 3.
Tapioca omelet looking thing. It's crazy. It's got eggs in it and cheese, I think. This morning, we're about to get on a bus for 4 hours, head on to the next city, Langes. So I realized much later in the week that I was pronouncing the name of the city wrong. It's actually Lages. It is about 4 hours away though. But on our way there, we stopped at a local gas station that had ice cream, because if there's one thing that Brazilians love, it's ice cream. Like, it's sold everywhere. This is like a funhouse mirror. You know, honestly, maybe I should grow a Fu Manchu. I think I'd look better this way. Once we made it to Lages, we met up with some of the local missionaries who worked in the area, and you guessed it, we went to lunch. I do have to say though, across the board, the food was excellent everywhere that we went. I usually don't like Coke, but overseas Coke is awesome. It's okay, Mrs. Schubert, she's still eating. See, she's eating.
Macaxeira with
So for context, Donna is an extremely picky eater, so we are trying to stretch her palate as long as we're in Brazil. Here we go. And
It's not bad. It tastes like chicken.
you heard it here, folks. The beans taste like chicken. Yeah. Work them obliques.
Oh, no, that's worse.
Oh gosh. I don't like the sound of that. This is the water pipe. There we go. Yep. That's what that's for. Oh, I've seen so many fail army videos of this.
That thing moves a whole lot quicker than you would think. That is not normal.
Right now we're doing some house visits. There's not very much to show you guys just because we want to protect their privacy. We don't want to show people's homes or anything like that, but we are having a service a little bit later. Okay, actually, Joel did catch this really cool moment.
Ele não dá aqui não, dá lá embaixo nos poços, tem.
É cocozinho?
É, você quebra.
Oh, it's like a little tiny coconut inside there.
Peraí, ó. A gente tem que gravar de novo aqui, porque na hora que eu tava gravando aqui, ela não tava gravando.
I love lemons. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I like tart.
That's a good video, Joel.
I got a coconut from one of the houses, and it is so good. Water fresh from a coconut is amazing. After the house visits, we had a service for the kids that had crafts, balloon animals, and games.
I love you. Woo. I'm gonna make a puppy dog.
Hey, coração! Ah. And then following that, we had a regular service for everybody else. Jeremy got to share his testimony, we got to do some music, our missionary friends had a chance to share. It was really fun.
Hey, pastor, eu não aprendi isso lá não, né?
Welcome to Brazil. Okay. Out.
After a full day of travel and then doing these services, then we got to go to our hotel and then have dinner. Our missionary friends were gracious enough to open the church so that we could use the sanctuary to meet in. And what else will we have but pizza?
Tastes like a nut. Será comer pizza de manhã?
Day 4.
To say we crashed that night is an understatement. But early the next morning, we had a healthy breakfast of pizza, and it was time to start the day.
Fala pro seu amigo Leo aí que eu tenho uma bola aqui pra ele. Hello, my name is Leo. Oh, my God!
Eu sou brasileiro, nasci em Juazeiro, Bahia, ou melhor, nasci em Petrolina, mas vivi...
So before we leave this area and head on to Juazeiro, we're doing one presentation at a school.
Oh, ok. Chuchu.
Vamos pegar então o primeiro presente, pode ser?
Simão! Aqui ó, os três ali da frente, esse menino aqui na frente volta. Viu? Todo mundo aqui ó, pra trás.
And just like that, it was time to leave Lajes and head to Jeremawabu. On our way, we stopped for lunch, and wouldn't you know it, they also had ice cream for sale, so we had to get some. Down the hatch. Is the most comfortable that we can be. We are living the dream. And so we got comfy because in 8 hours, we were gonna be in the next town. Or so we thought.
Well, here we are. We had an 8-hour bus ride today. We still got about 3 more to go, and the bus is giving problems.
Alright, so we are about halfway to Jeremawabu now. We've been on the bus for, I think, about 3 hours, and it's about another 4 to get there. So we're saying goodbye to Dominic real quick, and then we'll be on our way. Scratch that for getting back on the road.
It's the Josh Giddens! It's the Josh Giddens! Josh Giddens! Josh Giddens!
I can't escape these people. Now we have, I think, a breakout and something else. And what is this? Channel 6 News? Good Morning America?
Good morning, Brazil!
I don't know how much longer I can survive with these people. We are still on the road, still a good amount out, but we just realized that we're not gonna have time to stop for dinner because everything's already closing. So supermarket it is, and he's closing. And 4 hours later, we were in Jeremawabu. Well, hey everyone, it's Editor Josh here, and I wanted to say thank you so much for watching the first part of our mission trip to Brazil. Unfortunately, there was so much content that happened in Jeremawabu that it has to be its own video. So for right now, I'm gonna say stay tuned for part 2. And if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and a comment. Tell us what your favorite part was. And of course, as always, it would mean the world if you subscribe to the channel. And when part 2 is out, it's gonna appear right here. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.